Hello everyone. Today I thought I'd take you through a method that I've been using recently to find some old single tracks in my local area. To do this, I've been using Strava Global Heatmaps. These are basically recordings of people's rides, anonymous recordings, which are created when people upload their activities to Strava. So you can access this via the site on the screen. You'll need to create a free account in Strava, and then you'll see something like this. Now you'll see that it consists of a load of lines. Now the really bright lines are trails or tracks that are used heavily, and the fainter lines, which we're more interested in, are tracks or trails that haven't been used that much. Now you can filter and make changes to what you see on the screen here. You've got all or bike or walking. I tend to leave it on all, maybe flip to biking just to see what it is. But I find that a lot of people who do trail bike riding on motorbikes and the motorbikers all use obviously the motorbike activity. And then you can change the layers to see different things. So as an example, focusing on this lake in the top right here, this is a nearby dam, and I noticed that there's a track that seems to run from existing mountain bike trails on the top right there all the way back to the main road. So for this example, I'm going to zoom in on that, and I'm going to show you how I would make use of the heat maps to create an overlay on a real map, so that when I'm in the area, I can actually get my current location relative to this actual recording. So this is another view of that heat map where I've changed the map style to standard, and I've turned on the labels, and this is the version of the map that I'm going to actually capture as an image and then overlay it onto a current map using some free software. Now there's a couple of free softwares that I'll go into, but at this point here, I'm just going to take a screenshot of what I've got in front of me so that I can overlay that onto a real map. Okay, so now that we've found the area that we're interested in, I'll take a screenshot and crop it out so I've only got the parts that I'm interested in, and I'll then save this locally. In my case, I'm going to save the image file to my iPad or my iPhone, and then I'm going to use a free software on the App Store. Now there's a couple of packages I've noticed. The one that I use, I think it's called MapStretch, but I have noticed that there's some other overlay apps available. I've not used these. This first one here is what I've been using, MapStretch, and there's another one called Mapture that essentially do the same thing. So what you see here is I've imported the image that I saved, the screenshot of the trail on the heat map, over the real map in the MapStretch app. And then I will try and match it up as best as I can by using zoom. Then what you do next is you pick particular points on the map and at the same point on the overlay that you've created. And by using these 4 points, it then adjusts the map to the exact map underneath, or as best as possible. So you can see I'm using ideally junctions that will appear on both maps, or specific points that will appear on both maps. And then once I've done this 4 points, it shows you here all the 4 points that I've actually matched up between the real map and the overlay map. And then once you've done that, it's pretty straightforward. And then you will see then the map overlaid using those points. And then you can adjust the opacity of how faint or strong your picture is over. And then on this map here, you can see I would then ride to this area, and where I've marked the circle and the green, that is where the overlay starts. So as it says on the screen, my next video, I'm going to ride a trail locally that I found using this method, and also note that if people don't use Strava, then you're not going to see the trails that they ride, and people can actually turn it off as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, and happy to hear your comments and feedback. Until next time, ride safe, Briggsy.